Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, the 25th of September. Just cruising down the Mississippi River that way. The beauty of the Mississippi River, the really nice part, there's a lot of barge traffic, which is not a big deal. You just get around them and stay out of their way. They create quite a wake going here, but that's for sure. Some of the waves are easily 3 to 4 feet coming off the back of these things as they're going by. It's amazing. I saw one tow yesterday, or tug, or tow as they call them here, had 30 barges attached, six long and 5 across. Absolutely incredible how they can push those with those tugs, especially going upriver against almost 3 knots of current. So going through, which is really nice. So today, again, I'm only putting in around 2 knots water speed, but I'm getting almost 6 knots of speed over ground, which is really nice. So it's a free push. I'm using about 2 kilowatts of power between the two motors to motor along at only 700 RPM. And as the sun is getting higher, I'm already up to 1.4 kilowatts of power from solar. So if that keeps going, this number at the top here will become a plus sign. So I'll be saving energy versus using it. So a couple things that are been very handy from my days in the Navy. The Navy taught me lots of things, some good, some bad. But one thing that stuck with me from the Navy days is always remembering your port and starboard. So it's easy to remember them. As always, your left side facing forward is your port, and everything on the port side is red. So that includes the channel markers. So as you're going down river, you got the red markers on your left-hand side, that's your port side, and also everything on the port side is an even number. So 2 is always left side, 2, 4, 6, 8 as you go through, as you number different systems and so on a boat. And on the starboard side, which is always green, so red to port, starboard is green, and those are odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. So those are really handy when you get into these river systems as well, because the tugboat operators or the tow operators tend to use a little language which is a little obscure, but they will tell you that if they're coming down the river, if they want you to pass on their 1 or their 2, and also which, if you're coming up, if you're going to pass them on the 1 or the 2. So that can get confusing. So when you've got a boat that's coming towards you, everything on your left side, as you go to your left to go around a boat, that's your port side, so that's a 2. To remember that. So you're going to the left, not necessarily the side that you pass them on. Same as for the other side. As you go to the right on the starboard side, that is your 1. The other way to think about it is think of a clock. So look at a clock at high noon. The number to the immediate left is a 2 for 11 and a 1 for a 1 on the right-hand side. So as you go around to pass on the 2, that is how you can remember it, because the clock as well. And if you've got an oncoming 1, it's the same thing. Whatever way you go around to is the number that you go. So port side, passing on the 2, or if you're coming head on, you go to the left side to the port, that's your 2. So that's always kind of handy. For the river markers too, so when you've got your markers on your left-hand side are red, you know you're going down river. So those are your even numbers, and they're red on your left-hand side for your port. So that's just little things that I learn as I go. The other thing too is to mention I've learned a lot about different marinas going down the way here, and I've learned to really appreciate the marina I came from, Clark's Marina, which is also sponsoring me a little bit for the trip, is just the cleanliness and the maintenance of the docks and the whole area. I stayed at a couple marinas unnamed where the boards are popping up as you're going. There's nails sticking up, screws sticking up. The docks are half sunk in some spots, and Clark's Marina doesn't have that issue. And Clark's is always handy too, is they've got haul out for you using the travel lift, or they use trailers. They can do some maintenance for you there as well. They've got the indoor storage. So that's just a little plug for Clark's Marina, and just I've learned to appreciate them based on what I've seen for some of the marinas down here. I don't stay at a lot of marinas, but there's quite a variety here of them. So so thank you, Clark's, for that. And just heading down the Mississippi, see how far I get. I'm around 35% battery. As the sun comes up, I'm going to go into the plus and start charging. So everybody have a good day, and we'll talk soon.